Hi, welcome back to Coffee Break Book Reviews, and I'm Molly Shaffer. And this week we're going to be reviewing the book Uninvited by Lisa Terkeurst. So Lisa Terkeurst has some pretty interesting scenarios that she talks about in the book that made me feel that she was spying on my life. But okay, so in reality, she'd have these internal dialogues when she was dealing with other women, like women at the gym or women at a banquet or at a conference. And she believed these conversations that were inside of her head, like, oh, she could never like me. Oh, we could never be friends. I just don't fit in. And I've said that way too often. So the book actually helped give me some tools on how to capture those thoughts and take those distortions and those manifestations and realize what they really are, and they're lies and they're untruths. And those are the stumbling blocks. Those are the walls that you put up that prevent you from having deep relationships. And so I've done that for my entire life. And reading the book actually just gave me courage to be vulnerable and to have relationships with people. And one of the number one things that I learned from the book was that when you feel offended or when you feel upset by something that somebody says, or maybe something that you've thought in your own head that's not necessarily true, just to have conversations with those people and say like, hey, you know, when we were talking about A, B, and C, I kind of took it like DEF, and I don't know if that's what you meant. And 9 times out of 10, the person will say, oh my gosh, no, I didn't mean it like that. I'm so sorry. I've been having a really rough day, or this week I've just felt really overwhelmed. And those conversations actually make for deeper relationships with people. So after I read this book, I came to this understanding that a lot of the perceptions that I placed on myself were lies. And I think that a lot of women struggle with that. And I think one of the reasons we struggle with that is because we put too much emphasis on being perfect. And one of the places in our lives where this lie reigns supreme is through social media. So in social media, we put filters on our faces to hide any smile lines. We make sure our makeup's on point. We make sure that the angle at which we're taking the picture makes us look thin, or whatever. You want to make sure that all of your mess is like pushed away so that people don't know your real self, your true identity, if you will, because it's all about those likes, right? And that's not the reality of why we exist. We exist to have community. We exist to honor one another. And like, that's not gonna happen when you're pretending. That's not gonna happen with pretenses. So I say that we just get real and we cultivate kindness, which is my church's mission. And we stop listening to those lies that say that we're not invited, that say that we're unwanted, that say that we're not enough. And we start just capturing those thoughts and replacing them with truth. The truth is you are a masterpiece. The truth is You are loved. The truth is you are known, you are seen in ways that you can't even understand, ways that you can't even fathom. And if you can start at the beginning of realizing that you're part of the problem, that you are your own worst enemy, and you can go onto a new path, a path where you're vulnerable, and a path where you take a chance on new friendships, then I really do believe that you're going to have the same kind of internal joy that I have now. So I suggest that you pick up the book Uninvited by Lisa Terkeurst, and in the link of the video down below, or the notes of the video, I'm going to put some links there where you can get the book or follow Lisa Terkeurst, because she has some pretty amazing things that she says on a regular basis. So and that's it for Coffee Break Book Reviews this week, and I hope to see you next week for another episode. TTFN, ta-ta for now.